Hey y'all, welcome back. This is my finale for 27 by 27. I am filming this on my 27th birthday and I only did 24. Yeah, so I was off by 3, but what you gonna do? The items that I've either finished or decluttered this month, I almost finished Hayride and I decided to declutter it. I decided to declutter the Ordinary Moisturizer. I had started using the number 7 SPF one, and I sort of made me realize how much more I like that one than the Ordinary one. And I also finally finished Dracula, because that had taken 8 months. So that's that. So there's a couple things that have been in the project for a long time, namely the Bite Beauty lipstick, which is started. Hang on, should go this way. No, are we gonna work? There we go. So this last month was at 45.11 grams, and now is at 44.5 grams. So that and this Bobbi Brown lipstick, which I got in London 2 years ago. Wow. This one is also almost done. This last time was 104.45, and now it's at 103.48. Both of these, if you can tell, are like right down by the nub. So I'm just gonna call them. I have enjoyed and appreciated both of them. But this one is very, very close to being done, and I've noticed a lot of performance being iffy with the Bite one, and both of those are around 2 years old, a little over 2 years old. So, yeah. So those are gonna get decluttered after this. I just didn't finish them all the way, Um, so I did not count them. Next up was the Milk blush. This was one of the newest additions, so I wasn't expecting to finish it. This was actually the Sephora birthday gift last year. This started at 45. No, that's the other one. This is 35.89 grams, and now it's at 34.82 grams. It's a good enough formula. The color is not quite what I am looking for in a blush. So I'm probably going to wind up decluttering this as well. I'm going to give it another month or two. It's just there's a couple of other blushes that I have that I think suit slightly better. And this is, I'm aiming for things that suit well rather than things that suit okay this year. So in the interest of that, I'm going to give that a month or two more, and then I am going to declutter it, most likely. Or put it in another project eventually. And then the two eyeshadows. This is possibly the oldest eyeshadow in my collection. This is Tuscan Sun from Makeup Geek. Last update, this was at 8.5 grams, and now it's at 8.09 grams. And this one is Makeup Geek Americano. Last time, wow, didn't expect that because I usually use this as sort of a little bitty eyeliner, right? And so it started at 9.28 grams, but now it's at 9.01 grams. And so I didn't quite realize that you can use that much of it for just eyeliner and occasionally like little tiny out in the corner. But yeah. So Tuscan Sun is also going to be one of those where I give it another month and then make a decision on it. Because they're both solid eyeshadows, it's just Americano has a slightly more specific niche in my eyeshadow goals than Tuscan Sun does. And so I sort of need to determine whether Tuscan Sun is the best candidate for its niche rather than possibly something else. Like I've departed a couple of eyeshadows from palettes, and yeah. So Tuscan Sun will probably have another month or two, but it is getting on the older side, so that's something to keep in mind. What is my hair doing? I have not put any water on my hair yet today, and I always forget. Then the first month or two after I get my hair cut, this always happens. Anyway, let's move on to the books. So, 4 books plus Dracula. Treasure Island started at page 0, ended at page 52. To Kill a Mockingbird started at page 74, stayed at page 74. Black Patriots and Loyalists started at 78, stayed at 78. And then Times Convert started at 262, ended at 285. Of those 4, I think I'm gonna keep reading 3 of them. I've already read through To Kill a Mockingbird like 10 years ago in high school, so I don't feel as much of a push to reread it. So I'm probably, like, I'm gonna keep it around obviously, but like I don't know if I'm gonna actively try and read it again. Great book, definitely recommend. Just not what I personally am looking for at the moment. But these other 3, Treasure Island, Times Convert, and Patriots and Loyalists, are different elements of different topics that I am interested in currently. And I got a new full-time job, which means that sometimes I don't always have the mental energy at the end of the day to sit down and read a whole bunch. And so I have to be kind of interested, at least moderately, usually more interested in a book if I'm going to be able to actually sit down and read it after a day at work. So that's those. And then are the knitting goals. So I was working on this sweater. I deviated from my usual thing and did the sleeves first. So the last time I was just above the sleeves, and now I'm done with the sleeves and mostly done at the waist, and I'm about to start on the hips. So that's that. So the last bits are get the hips done, and then there's kind of a cowl situation up top. So that's that. And then finally, Equatorial Nights, which is the cowl version of the constellations of the equator, because I have way too many beads. So that's where this is. I started at round 0, and now I'm working through round 28, about to start 29, I think. Or finishing 27, about to start 28. In that area. Yeah. Of those 2, I think I'm going to try and focus on finishing the gray sweater next month, because that's, even though it's not in season, it's the one that's been on the needles longer. Yeah. So that's my update, and where do I go from here? I'm going to take the rest of April off from panning, possibly most of May as well. And I'll probably come back in mid-May-ish, early to mid-May. I might do a project pen like this again, for next year, where I try and do 28 by my 28th birthday. I'll probably factor in more knitting and less reading, just given that I have work now. Yeah, but that's my update, and thank you for coming with me on this journey. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!